This video, new title, which is For the Good of All. Now, I think it was last week I told you that there was something going on that was not going to be revealed for a couple of weeks yet, which was going to help spell the end of griefing and lag switching. Now, as some of you may know, was last year or the year before that, we tried to do a project for stopping that. Now, we've actually tried again, and this is called the Order of the Virtues, and it's been a much bigger success. This is the headquarters for the Order of the Virtues. As you can see, this is basically, as you can see, a giant fortress. The emblem never seen there before, which is brand new made, the cross crossing out a skull and crossbones, symbolises us defeating hackers and lag switchers. So we'll walk in here. Now my friend Wolf here, in the party with me, created some of this. He helped out with this. A lot of people helped out with this. We've got practically a whole city in here, and basically the way this works is we are out there helping protect people. You join up and we help you, we share defense technology with you, we show you how to build stuff to protect your world and make it impossible for people to come in and grief you. In return for you signing what we call the Treaty of the Virtues. Now, before we show you the inside of the main building, I'm going to take you over here to the temples. Temple of the fairy goddess Ray, Temple of Athena. Now, in Athena, you have what is part of, and one of the most important parts of the Treaty of the Virtues. So this is our code of honor. Truth, honor, loyalty, friendship, hope, helping others, love, mercy, justice, kindness, and caring. Now, this is not just something we made up. If you know your Greek mythology, you will know that the goddess Athena, who is behind me in Greek mythology, laid down a code of honor for her believers and followers to live by, and in return, she would give them benefits to make sure that they and gifts that made them prosper and live well and happy lives. Over here is the statue of Justice, the Temple of Justice. Each one has an altar to put your offerings in. Now, the main building is through here. This is our tactical room, and on these walls we will have things that are going on, people we're in battle with, names of traitors or people who are causing trouble for everyone else. So we would share with you information, we would share with you we share information, technology, aid of any kind you need, protection. This is our council chambers where the leaders sit. And basically anything you could possibly need to stop your world getting griefed. In addition to protecting your world from getting griefed, we will warn you about games that are being hacked. We will keep you up to date on games which are not safe to play and when they're going to be safe to play and why they're not safe to play. We will give you a voice against things that you don't like, that you're not happy about. You will be able to speak out against things, because let's face it, sometimes companies like Epic, Bungie, they say what we want, or they support just what big YouTubers want, saying that's what we want, and it really just is not what we want at all, and everyone deserves to have a voice. And in return, people will be required by our treaty to not grief anyone, not hack anyone, not play games which evidence has been shown to them are legal, show tolerance of each other's religion, not use their channels for for bullshitting other people. Now I'll come back to some troublemakers, because one of the things we do is give you a list of troublemakers that are going about later on, and that will be our first act of Order of the Virtues. But right now I'm going to let Wolf say some stuff about what he's done, what he can offer to you as his part, and what he thinks of what we're doing. So, Wolf, are you still with me? Wolf? Wolfman, you there? Okay. Twisted Legacy. I asked you yesterday. Now I'm not being polite. Do not ask me to download Fortnite. Okay? Because I am not willing to take the risk. A few extra subs will do me no good if I lose my PlayStation account. Now, Legacy, I did answer a lot of your comments on the previous video that I did just before this one, so I strongly suggest you and Psych go and watch that. I'm not going to touch on all of it, but I would remind you, as part of my answer to your bullshit about there being no good guns or loot in PvE, that PvE is the only way to get the Mida Mini tool. If they got your IP address, they can just delete every account as you make it, or get your console banned. Now, Twilight Legacy, I do not want people asking me to play sudden Fortnite. I've made very clear that I will not download it under any circumstances. Either stop or desub. Okay? Because deliberately continuing to make a comment that I've told you not to make is harassment. And I can report you to YouTube. Anyways, one last thing before we'll start speaking. Something you guys have been doing is making comments about me, things I've been saying in parties to you, or things that you feel about me. That's not what the comments on my page are for. What it's supposed to be is you watch the video and you say what you think of the information you're given on that. Anyway, I'm not answering any more comments about that. I'm going to let Wolf talk now. Yeah, Wolf?
Somebody saying you got hacks on Fortnite. You don't get that. That's what I said. You don't get hacked.
Well, there is proof. There is proof that you do get hacked on Fortnite. I have a shitload of proof. The problem is, you are not willing to look at the proof, Psycho. All you care about is what you say. Not willing to look at the evidence, and you're not willing to have anyone else look at the evidence. I have a community where people are saying that they have been hacked on Fortnite. I've got one person saying Fortnite needs to be got rid of altogether because you get hacked on it. My friends told me, in fact, Wolf, would you like to tell our viewers what you told me about your friend who you warned that you would get hacked, and how he did get hacked, and what the parents are doing about Fortnite?
Oh yeah. One of my friends, his name is CJ. He got hacked on Fortnite because he was playing it with other friends. When he got hacked, he came to me for help. And I said to him,
and did you warn this person before he got hacked? And what was his response to being warned? Did he believe you?
No, he said, "Oh, you, I don't know. You freaking believe you. And he is going to humiliate me like a little asshole that he is." That's what he said.
Right. And why didn't he believe you?
Because he loves Fortnite so much that he would really do anything to stop it from happening.
And what happened after his parents found out, and your parents found out?
Well, he got kind of punished. I think that was kind of like...
How did he get... He's banned from it. Right. Now, apparently you told me, didn't you, I believe, that his parents and yours have started a movement against Fortnite, haven't they?
Yeah. They did.
Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah. Okay, my father made a group. And this group is going to help you with Fortnite. They're going to tell you your first week not to play Fortnite. Whatever you love Fortnite. Because you'll never to get that horrible sensitive. And if you fear to play Fortnite, you can get off. Ask yourself for something like that. I don't care. Don't play Fortnite. So, I'm not trying to be mean, but...
Yeah, you don't mean hang yourself literally, do you? Okay, and how many people are in this group? Over 100. 200. So that's 200 people. And what exactly are they doing other than warning everyone and banning their kids from playing it? I mean, are they all banning their kids from playing it?
Yes, one thing is they're going
But of course, whatever account you play on, obviously you can get, all you got to do is get your IP address, and it can be any account. And you can't fake the IP address unless you're a hacker yourself, of course. Now, are they doing anything about it in terms of it being on the Sony store?
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us about that? So, are they asking Sony to remove Fortnite from the PlayStation Store?
Yes. 100% sure.
So, how many people are going to be asking Sony to remove it? Now, I should say that the pay version, the part you pay for, is actually safe. It is Battle Royale that is unsafe. Okay, so, now, what do you think about what I was saying? Oh, wait, a little bit more. Okay, did your parents make you delete Fortnite?
Yeah, they actually did.
Right. And what happened then? Did anything happen then? Was that it? Did it stay deleted, or anyone try and re-download it?
Well, actually, somebody in my home, I'm not going to tell her name, she downloaded Fortnite, and she got the great spanking.
Now, when you say great spanking, what do you mean? Because that could mean different things to different people. Some people it would mean bear bum. Some people it would mean the belt. Some people it would mean bear bum with the belt. Some people it would mean very long time. Some people hairbrush. Some people cane. Some people spanked so hard they can't sit down without screaming.
Well, like this. Belts, spatula, both on the bear bum.
Both from the bear bum.
Yes.
Now, when I joined your party, I mean, I've been waiting for you to come on anyway. I just got kicked out of another party by a person called Lewis T.
Lewis T?
Yes. And basically I got kicked out because I muted him. Now, the reason I muted him was because he was being extremely nasty because of Fortnite. He had left my clan because of Fortnite, got my friend Danny to do the same thing. He had a friend in the party, and he said that I didn't dare say what I was going to say, what I was saying about Fortnite to him, and show him the evidence. Every time I tried to speak to his friend, Mr. Narwhals, he would either start whistling or making stupid noises or shouting over the top of me. Anything I could think of to stop me from talking. I showed his friend the images. I told him the story about what had happened, the information about what had happened. Furthermore, Lewis had said to me that Narwhals had said to him that if you have not been hacked in a game, you cannot be hacked. And he also said that the guy had said that there are no hackers on Fortnite. When I spoke to Narwhals, he said he did not know whether before I spoke to him, he said he did not know whether there were hackers or not. in response to Lewis on it, and he told me that he had never said to Lewis not to worry because he wouldn't get hacked if he hadn't been hacked yet and his friends hadn't been hacked yet. Now, I have a community with people saying that people are getting hacked. I got someone from Sony saying people are being hacked. As you said, there are parents saying people are getting hacked on it. I know people who've been hacked on it. And all he has backing him up is that his friends are telling him they have not, that you can't get hacked on it. So, would you like to give us an opinion on that? Wolf, you there? Okay, let's hear your opinion then.
It's going to be really rude.
Well, try to keep it to a minimum because remember, bad swearing not allowed in your plan or by Sony. Now, one thing I said when I was trying to convince Lewis that that was nonsense was that I made a comparison, and the comparison was saying that you have not been hacked, so you cannot be hacked, is the same as a young girl saying that she doesn't need to make her boyfriend wear a condom because she's never been pregnant and she can't get pregnant if she doesn't make him do that. Or someone not locking the front door because they think because they've never been robbed or had their house burgled yet, it won't happen to them. Would you say that's a fair comparison?
That's a good comparison.
How do you feel about the new group that we've created, the Order of the Virtues? You helped making that.
It's a good group. Really, it will help you in all the ways. It will help you in learning things. It will help you fight the hackers and creepers, and you can just be safe. In the Order of the Virtues. So you need to trust the Order of the Virtues to be one of them.
And what? And would you like to tell some people about some of the stuff that we can offer if they agree to sign our treaty?
Well, they will offer you help. Two ways. They will offer you. They will offer you all the They will offer you love. They will offer you.
And you in particular, you built some of the statues and temples and stuff, didn't you? So, would you be able to, do you think you'd be able and willing to share that kind of stuff, teach people how to do that, or even do it for them yourself, if they join? Right. So we can teach, we can offer you new technologies, we can build stuff to protect your worlds. We're going to go outside now and I'm going to show you some of the defensive stuff that we have constructed. Oh, there's a damaged window here. So as you can see, still working on it, but our walls are surrounded by a moat of lava and magma bricks. So on survival, you're going to be pretty much, and we'd switch over to survival, and you'd be pretty much dead in a minute. And the walls are high enough to protect a full city, we could build them bigger for you, and then we have our military complex at the back. Up above we have aerial platforms, so this is the platform of the gods. There's the library of the gods, we have a watchtower, treasure chamber of the gods. Over here we have an observation tower, a defense tower with rocket launchers basically. So it's pretty much impossible to do anything unseen, and we're going to be adding more. And inside you've got practically a whole city. Houses, a little marketplace, water fountains, garden. And the place we came in at the beginning of the video may look just like an opening, but we throw this switch and voila. All nice and safe. Now, what I would like to ask Wolf now is, what do you think about some of the stuff that the two people were saying in those comments there? Because I've answered them and I'd like to hear your opinion now. One of them saying that you can't get hacked, the other is saying all sorts of stuff going on about how good Fortnite is and how you should just risk it and make another account. You saw the stuff on the screen basically, I'm sure. So, anything you want to say about that? Okay, guess not. So, Lewis T, basically, he is not a very nice person at the moment. Like so many poorer people, he has been corrupted by Fortnite. And Destiny player year, well, you know, it's just so pathetic. I mean, he whines about getting kicked by me from my parties. He whines about the fact I don't want him anywhere near me. But the fact of the matter is, he follows people into parties. If they're his friends, he literally follows them into parties and goes nuts at them. He goes nuts at you if you try to tell them something that he disagrees with. He doesn't want you to hear his side of the story. So your side of the story. He only wants you to hear his side of the story. Twisted Legacy is he just acts like a puppet. Twisted Legacy's a nice person normally, but when Destiny players around on his Psycho Ninja account, he is just like a puppet. He plays what Psycho says to play. He listens to what Psycho has to say on everything. Twisted Legacy knows that Fortnite does have hackers on it. He knows that he could get into a lot of trouble playing it. But despite knowing this, and despite agreeing to delete it and telling everyone he's going to get rid of it, but he's not going to take the risk, because Psych wants him back on it, he is back on it and trying to encourage people to play it. Sony have been told that they're only allowed to keep it up for download. They're only allowed to keep Battle Royale up for download if they console ban anyone that tells you to play it. Well, here he is telling someone to play it via YouTube comments, and I just think that's disgusting. He just does whatever Psycho tells him to. And should point out that any parties I've kicked Psycho from, it is simply because I don't want anything to do with him. Now, he keeps getting all his little mates to send me messages saying, leave him alone. Well, you know what? He's the one that's not leaving me alone. I asked him to leave me alone. He contacts me in the comments on YouTube, or in my communities, or over PSN, or whatever he can think of, and it's just ridiculous. So please, Legacy, stop asking me to download Fortnite, because it's not going to happen. And please, Psycho, just leave me alone, because I don't want you anywhere near me. And I'm sure the music is not too loud. I'll do another video later, but right now I gotta end this one because I need to do something real quick. And I'll be back on later. Please catch the next one. See you guys.